Here's our review of the Snugg Folio keyboard case for the iPad mini. This is for iPad minis 1, 2, and 3. You'll see that the layout's basically the same across all the minis. You know, there's the spot for the camera right there, and then there's some knockouts for buttons and such, and then of course the size is basically the same across the board. So this is a case, as you can see. It's got a hinge right there for you to open and close it. But more importantly, it's a very, very nice keyboard that really turns your iPad into a laptop, which I know is kind of counterintuitive with the iPad, but sometimes you do need this functionality, and boy, this really has great functionality. So first, you see this keyboard, full QWERTY keyboard. Pretty much everything's here. I could never think of anything that wasn't here. You have, spacebar, your keys, great feedback on these keys here. Of course, it doesn't work on the lock screen, but that is neither here nor there. So this keyboard gives you great feedback. They're backlit as well. There's the opportunity to light them up so you can see them at night. And then another cool thing, kind of taking a page out of the MacBook, is lighting up the back logo there, which is kind of a cool look when you're working on it. All right, so back to the keyboard. Very nice feedback on these keys. Obviously, it's smaller than a normal keyboard, so you'll have to get used to where your hands go and what they hit and so on and so forth. But I feel like the feedback is great. Feels like just a normal keyboard, which I know that's what it's supposed to be. You'll notice here some buttons on the keyboard itself, caps lock. There's also the Bluetooth pairing button. When you're charging it or if it needs a charge, you'll get feedback there. And then the power button, followed by a connect button, which is how you make your initial connection, which was very easy. That's one thing I'll really give Snugg, is out of the box. This was connected to the iPad and in the case within 30 seconds. Just getting into the Bluetooth menu and the system preferences and connecting. Very simple, and I give big kudos for that. Sometimes it's harder than it needs to be, and here Snugg took the right approach. Then your on-off button there as well. So just kind of taking another look around. Here's the case. There's your charging port for the micro USB that is included. You probably have some micro USBs hanging around your house as it is, so there's that. Another cool feature about this thing is the ability for it to clamshell the other direction and kind of give you the traditional tablet feel here, which I'm not sure why you would do that. Plus, now you have the keys facing down, but it is something you can do. You can also use it to prop up in a bunch of different directions without the keyboard. But again, the star of the show here is the keyboard and the ability to use it. Anyway, the whole case itself is very hard. It's kind of, I would say, very durable, very sturdy, very solid. It's a tough case, can take a beating from things. Obviously, you have a little extra on board in the keyboard, so you don't want to smash around too much, but it adds a lot of weight to the iPad, which is, I think in some cases, for me, I think that's a good thing. I think it gives it a little more stability and protection. In other people's cases, they want to have an iPad and it's light. This probably triples, almost quadruples the weight of the entire setup if you had just the iPad. So it quadruples the weight of if you're just thinking of the iPad itself. So now you have basically what feels like 4 iPads in your hand, but increased functionality and protection for your device. There's really no places that it's exposed. Everything is undercover and protected by some notches and some lips that will protect it from drops and things like that. So all in all, the case, if just a case, is very good. You add in the functionality of the keyboard and things get even better. Alright, just want to give you a quick sense of how the typing works. I know it may be hard to see on the screen, but the feedback is pretty good, so I'm just going to write this. Okay, this keyboard is different. When you have a full-size keyboard, getting used to a smaller keyboard does take some work. Even when we've used this a lot. So this is the game Gadget grader wrote real quick. There's my name. So thank you for watching. This is a test. it takes some getting used to. I do like the way the keys aren't mashed together. There is some good space. There is some good space between them, and I really do think that with, you know, some more use and more time, you could really get used to these keys and really thrive on this thing. I like the backlit keyboard. I really like the branding. It's subtle, but it's there from Snugg. All in all, I think the typing experience was a really, really good one. We have some links below for you to check out where to buy them. Snugg products available on Amazon. I definitely take a look at this if you're looking for a Folio keyboard that also doubles as a case. There's a lot of them out there that are the canvas or they're just like a leather material. This is a hard case. If you want an OtterBox or LifeProof style case that's harder, if you want something that gives you more protection and also the functionality of a keyboard, check out the Folio keyboard case from Snugg. Thanks for watching.